Hi there, welcome to Grain TV. I'm Kevin McNew. It's Monday, September 12th, and it was a crop report day. We had a mixed day in the markets. Let's take a look at GrainEdge's trading platform and see where we closed. In Chicago, corn managed to finish the day almost unchanged, losing 3/4 cent. Beans is off 14 and Chicago wheat up 6. Let's jump right into what USDA said for their September crop report numbers. All of these numbers were mostly bearish. There was very little for the bulls to hang their hat on here, but let's start first with corn and bean production. Corn production coming in at 15.09 billion bushels. That's up from expectations of 15.03, but slightly off of last August's USDA report of 15.15. Basically, USDA threw a yield of 174. That was better than the 173 number that had been floated around as expectations, slightly lower than 175 that USDA threw in August. So overall, this number was not terribly damaging to the market. It did trade a little bit lower on this news, but managed to recover those losses and closed almost unchanged for the day. In beans, the production number was higher than expectations, coming in at 4.2 billion bushels for the year. That's up from 4.08 expected in last August report of 4.06. This really was tied to nearly ideal growing conditions in August. We have a yield forecast of over 50 bushels to the acre, 50.6 to be precise, almost 2 bushels to the acre higher than what USDA gave us in August. So this was definitely a selling point on the soybean market as we got this number, and the market immediately shot lower. I guess the good news on the day was we only closed down 14, being as much as 20 cents lower. Other news, let's talk about, or other numbers from the crop report. Let's look at carryout, because here we had some good news in soybeans. Even though production was up much higher than expected, the carryout was not as bad as it could have been, because old crop carryout was lowered by 60 million bushels because of better than expected end of season sales for soybeans. So soybean sales were much stronger going into the end of the year. That cut the carryout of old crop beans into new crop and helped shave off some of those higher bushels. But overall, we still are seeing a growth in new crop carryout going to 365 million bushels versus 330 from last month and what was expected in the trade. On corn, slightly higher than expected because of the slightly higher production. No real changes on the demand side figures. On wheat, USDA kept U.S. wheat numbers unchanged, although they did drop world carryout numbers on the heels of better than expected usage numbers. Overall, this was a market that just sort of seemed to breathe almost a sigh of relief that the numbers weren't grossly higher than what potentially could have been. But overall, I'm not sure it leads to a sharp rally from here. Let's take a look at Dees corn trading. We've been talking about this for the last few weeks. We've been inching higher. This is not a market that seems to want to carry away on us in light of the big crop that we got confirmation on from today from USDA, getting close to harvest. All these factors, I think, are going to continue to pressure the corn market, although we have a reasonable shot of getting through this upside resistance here at 345. Today's numbers, again, while maybe not bullish, we're certainly not bearish enough to maybe drive this market down. So we'll see if the continuation of today's recovery may lead us into tomorrow and potentially a retest of that 345 zone that we weren't able to eclipse today. That's all we've got for today on Grain TV. As always, if you'd like to learn more about how we can help you in your own grain marketing situation, visit us online at grainedge.com. As a GrainEdge trading client, you'll get our technical alerts email first thing every trading day. Technical Alerts is a powerful system that generates quality trading opportunities. Each trading opportunity shows a chart and analysis providing clear price targets and risk potential. Technical Alerts look at historical chart formations and compare the current environment to the past to form concrete trading recommendations. The commodities covered by Technical Alerts includes grains, livestock, crude oil, currencies, bonds, and metals. Start your trading day with the most powerful insight into market direction and improve your trading today. Sign up at grainedge.com to become a client.